Hello. 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 There I is. There I is. All right. Turn stuff on. Don't have too long tonight. I'd like to get to bed at some point. What you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? I've had quite the day. Quite the day. If you've been watching the videos, you know, I guess I'm learning 3D printing now, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna figure this out. I'll figure out the next thing. Maybe do some design. Who knows? I'll figure something out. Uh, it's always about learning something new, peeps. Not even that complicated. It's design that's complicated, really. But yeah, like I said, I had just gotten out of work, got a call from the boss, and yeah, if he calls up, he's like, "Hey, you got to come down here. What? You want to get paid to put something together for me?" Sure, it's a normal thing. And I go down to a damn 3D printer. It's like $800 Bamboo Labs A1 with the like four-way spool system. Really nice. But yeah, here's your little test boat. Came out pretty good. Uh, Not the best print I've ever seen, but I can dial it in. I know that there's stuff I can do. We did a couple of these little scraper deals, and they seem to work just fine. And then it's an ocarina right there, a little ocarina. Yeah, been fun stuff. Um, you know what's really weird is it's like I don't know. It's why are these the things they tell you to print first, huh? See if I can call the owl. What up, dude? How you doing, Jack? Uh, Sawyer H-E3J says hi. Hey. Hi, hey. Hi, hiya. Hiya. Yeah, I've Jack been 3D printing stuff today. I'll learn more tomorrow, get it all figured out, and then I'm gonna start 3D printing stupider stuff than this. You dang well better believe it. But in the ongoing interest of remaining on topic with these McDonald's boys right here, I did pick up a new one today because I don't know, dude. That is a sweet 3D printer. It's like $800 for that thing. It was expensive. I didn't buy it, but now I'm in charge of it for right now. Let's see what this looks like. It's a kiosk. It's a lot like that. What does it got? It's got that, and it's got hands on the side of its head. Good work, McDonald's. Yeah, that's a problem for me. Why is his arms cut? Cecil, what did they do to you, Cecil? My goodness, you can't even transfer him. Yeah, I don't know. This was a little underwhelming. Almost better is that a drive-through menu or something? I don't know. But yeah, I'll have another one at some point soon. I'm just not the hugest fan of McDonald's right now, especially like Happy Meal time. But yeah, I've got about let's see, what time is it? It's 10:13. Yeah, I got about like, yeah, that much time to, yeah, I can do that right there. I'll know you guys won't. It's coming soon. Yeah, like I said, it's a Bamboo Labs A1 with with like a spool, like a spool assembly thing. So you put all four spools on it, and then it shoots into four separate nozzles. It's kind of cool. So like you can do like 2-color, 3-color, or 4-color prints. So technically five if you take that off and then feed a custom spool through. So. And yeah, dude, I'm just now trying to figure some of it out. Literally got thrust upon me earlier today. I had no idea that I was going to get the call about it. He had said something about buying a 3D printer. Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, I think the reality is I got a couple shots of just random shit getting printed, and then I didn't get any shots of the ocarina or boat. I think I tried to do the time lapse on that one, so that should be the first one we ever see a time lapse on here. Yeah, I like it. I think it's kind of amazing if you ask me. It's absolutely. This was not there, and then like 20 minutes later it was there. You know, this one took about an hour. The ocarina took about an hour, and yeah, it was a pretty sweet printer. Like I said, it's not mine. It's at work. It's where I work, and now it's kind of my job to figure out what all we're gonna print with it. If that makes any dang sense. Cheers to the people. Cheers, 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 cheers. Yeah, I went out. I got the call. He's like, "What are you doing?" I had to call my buddy Joel. He's trying to get some clips up on his web, on his YouTube. So talk to him. And then I spent several hours meticulously making sure I didn't break any piece of that thing, putting it together. So, and to be fair, I did screw up something. So. Kick the llama's ass. I don't know, man. I might have to find a print that can actually kick a llama in the ass. But yeah, we started with these, and like literally, like all the dudes in the store are sitting there like watching it. Fucking, it was great. Yeah, I'll start with kind of learning how to transfer stuff, and yeah, I'll get there eventually. But it's more a matter of like, there's already a lot of plastic around here. You know, I've got to be the person to make the choice, right? Speaking of plastic, I got a Ninjago figure. He's all like encased in carbonite, and his sword too. He's like, "Why am I here?" Don't you wish you could have like a container like this in your house? You just like show up and like lean into it, like lay back, and just like living like in. Oh, like laying down like that. That would be cool. Yeah, these people are like, "Man, I like these weighted blankets," and I'm like, "Why don't you just get like like a bed that's shaped like your body, like so you just lay in it like packaging?" Anyway, yeah. So, needless to say, I didn't get my full video load today that I usually do, but I did send out that printing one, and I also did it was a live highlight with the dangerous Lego Lady Gun 357 Magnum lady. So, you know, it's been a hell of a day, I gotta say. I didn't expect it to go the way it did. Yeah, how was your day, Jack? Did you have a good day? Man, I'm sitting here just yakking on about my own self. Someone got to ask me stuff. If you don't want to ask me, it's cool. But so we did this. We went down. We got the rungs. We cleaned up the job site a little bit. We got to go pick up stuff for the deck tomorrow and drop it off. I got to go back over to the store, print basically as much as I possibly can off that one roll. We got like a kilogram of freaking grade plastic. So whatever one of these guys wants, we'll try and start figuring out how to do that. I also want to print like a couple action figures or something. I think that would be cool. Hey, thanks for the 2 likes and 5 people hanging out. Really tired, so I'm excited, just not It's not like hyped, you know. uh, yeah, like I said, I did have a good lunch. I went out. I bought like 15 bucks in Del Taco, and then I went around the store handing out tacos to everybody. And they were like, "Yo, that's actual Del Taco." Yeah, man, I went to Durham for it, bro. Like, and literally, you know how I operate. You know, I've got the tacos in my pocket, right? So like Savvy, he's like, "Man, I'm literally eating someone's like taco pocket right here," and I'm like, "Or pocket taco." And I'm like, "Dude, you got you got it, man. That's the best part. You didn't expect the pocket taco. Still warm." Oh yeah. Hey, 3 likes. Thank you for the third like there. I appreciate that. That's one hell of an awesome thing to do. Watching is the least you can do. Liking is the next best thing. Also been hours since I've had a smoke, so. What's up, Kimosabe? What's up, Showed? I see you showed. Uh, Not much. I did one job, got tacos from Del Taco, got another job, went out, 3D printed some stuff, showed. These were the first ones. Here's an ocarina. It sounds like an owl. You can probably do a couple other birds, huh? So Jack, well, I used to go out west, right? And every time I go out west, I would never eat any other tacos than Del Taco. I mean, like it was a Mexican restaurant. Different story altogether, okay? But yeah, I wouldn't eat Taco Bell and all that shit. And I give these tacos out there, like, man, that's what Taco Bell tastes like when I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, for the most part. Yeah, it was a little more greasy back then, but where's my paper towels? Pardon me, sorry. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Mademoiselle. Yeah, I don't have a lot to talk about tonight, so like I said, I do plan to like print a lot of really cool stuff. Hopefully, like I think by Monday I'll have more than gray. Gray is just my buddy delivered the gray because here's the deal, okay? The the Bamboo Labs A1 it comes with like I don't know like 8 grams of filament. What are you gonna print with that, right? And you know, my buddy he does instead of printing it like all at once or whatever, he does like models where he'll like split the design into 4. He did like a Majora's Mask and all that. So like he'll glue it together, and then he'll like brush it, paint it. He'll like kind of work it so that it looks a certain way. So all he has to do is render in gray, and then he just paints it. So that's why I got gray filament. Also, see like we gotta wait till Monday to get the filament in, right? But I know people, so I literally called him up and I was like, hey man, if you got a roll of filament or something, I'll throw you the cash for it and like a couple extra bucks. And the best part is, like, if here's the store, he lives, like, right here. Like, it's, like, right around the corner. So, I basically, I don't know, paid him, like, fucking $7 to bring, $8 to bring a roll of his PLA out. So that was nice of him. I gotta admit, you know, it's good to know people. But yeah, I was looking on a couple of the places you go look for like stuff to 3D print, and Thingiverse, and there's another one that I was looking at, and but I gotta find a good program to do slicing with. So that is all in my future. Learning shit like I'm a child again. Very nice. It's always good. I'm so clueless with this thing. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, what do I do, right? And they make it so simple, y'all. Dude, all of the design shit is the hard stuff. Running those printers not that bad. Although I gotta tell you, this could be a little bit better of a print. You should be able to read this thing on the back here, but I can't read it. So what I gotta do is we gotta get the timing and the tune all like kind of work together. So it's not bad, and it's just amazing to sit there and watch this thing poop a little toy out one line at a time. Yeah. You know, Del Taco, man, dude, I hope they open one there. We didn't for years, bro. We didn't do Del Taco. We didn't have it here for a long time. So I was like, if I heard that there was one coming, I was very excited about it. And then when I heard it was in Durham, and then when I saw where it was, I said, no, I can live with that. It's a 20-minute drive. It's not a 20-hour plane ride. Or, well, it's more like a 4-hour plane ride. Damn it. I am like a little off my game tonight. That's okay though. Yeah, like I said, it was just an enlightening and fun experience. Very happy to have gotten the call for this today. And like I said, I wish I had like gotten a couple of extra videos up or whatever, but sometimes I just put up what I'm doing, like. Just it was in front of me. I had to be like, hey, check this thing out. Look what I have access to. But yeah, I feel like way better now. I got the truck fixed. I don't have this thing dangling in my eyes. I lost the screw for it, so I got to find either a new screw or the screw that is in my truck somewhere. I've got everything kind of taken care of right now as far as like work and stuff goes, and then I've got the other job, which is always interesting to go out. You show up at this place, right, and it's basically like, like 4 or 5 dudes are all hanging out. Most of them don't got shit to do at home. They're all playing like Switch 2 with fucking Monster Hunter right now. Because they're just like walking around like fucking zombies sometimes. But like, reality is, I'm the one who fucking like flushes the toilet right there. No one else can flush it right. So, thank you, Jack. I do appreciate that. It's not the worst time I've had to fix the truck, but I'm telling you right now, it's one of the more annoying ones because you have to wait on that part. Now, for the record, I could have bought like a replacement part from like Amazon, which I didn't trust, and I didn't think it came with all the inserts and stuff. So I would rather just go find one, epoxy the screw hole back together on the one thing, and then put it back up there. Sorry, excuse me. I just ate that McDonald's, so that's where I got this. He has some sort of kiosk of some. Or he might be like the toys where they show you the toys. Yeah, it's like the little thing where they show you the toys, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen anything like that in a McDonald's. So I think this one is probably the most insane one right there. It's like, it's the register at the front of the McDonald's, right? So like when I was a kid, it was hamburgers, right? Hamburgers got turned into robots because that makes perfect sense too, doesn't it? I guess at least this is like, it's like, it makes some sense because it's like, it's a computer already, I guess. I don't know. Ah, man, I'm telling you, it's hilarious working down there. We have the miniature Happy Meal toy. Yeah, well, don't I have like didn't I do one once where it was like I opened up the Happy Meal and then there was another little tiny Happy Meal in it, and then I opened up that Happy Meal and there was another little tiny Happy Meal inside of that little tiny Happy Meal. That sounds lame. All these things are pretty lame if you ask me. These ones are alright. I get why I thought they were cool back when, because anything that transformed from like something to something else, a hamburger, a car, into a robot, I was cool with. See, this one's from 1990. I don't quite get it. It's like it transforms into a dinosaur. Like, I don't know. And it's like a detailed, like dinosaur-looking dinosaur head. It's not like some stylized Happy Meal dinosaur looking head. So they had some cool toys about a year ago with a weird type of collaboration with an artist that were cool. And those were mini plushes they did, were pretty neat. You see, I don't pay that much attention. The only reason that I really paid attention to these is because I have these old ones. I remember, and then I remember the last line, the little McDonald's toys. I literally said, like, when I was a kid, these things would turn into fucking robots. And now, their next line, I guess they friggin' heard, right? Rob, what's up, Rob? I shared out Rob's channel today. Go fucking sub to him. He needs to hit 1,000, yo. We need to get him fucking going somewhere. Share it to your mom. He makes everyone jealous with his knives. And if you can't share it to your mom, share it to someone's mom. But I randomly bring my kids. Yeah, those are the ones that stand out most. Most of the toys are super lame. Yeah, I agree. Like, especially, okay, like the Marvel toys were just terrible. Like big-headed figures, you click them together or whatever, and you put them up, right? Ah, man, man, what were you thinking, right? It's like, why did you think that, like, you know, big-headed friggin' characters was the thing, you know? I mean, I'm fine with JT back here. Those are pretty lame toys, man. They're just a pose with, like, a turning head, you know? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If it wasn't, then it would be something completely different. And I might be okay with that, but I am only mildly okay with most of these toys. At least they do something, right? Like, this did nothing. Although, for whatever it's worth, you could actually change that little card in there to hit the order or whatever right there. I don't know. I don't know why I complain about this shit. It's not like I'm like, hey man, I'm hard up. I really want to fucking get these McDonald's toys. Look at this robot. He's so impressive. I have robot arms on the side of my head. Actually, that just looks weird now. Like, come on. Like, what do they do? You know, it's cool. It's cool. If there's kids out there and they think this is like the coolest thing, man, we gotta fix this world, y'all. We gotta do something. That is lame as fuck. All right. Cheers. Nah, man, I ain't talking about GoBots and shit, y'all. I ain't talking about GoBots. But yeah, Rob, you have a good day? Man, I had a pretty good day. I got stuff cleaned up at the job site, all ready for tomorrow, and then I went out to Durham and grabbed some Del Taco, delicious Del Taco, and then I went to work after getting the call to go put together that Bamboo Labs A1 3D printer, and I printed this, and we printed some scrapers to scrape things, and then it's an ocarina. I literally was messing with it, and someone was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's an ocarina. Just got off the print." Mister, can you have me ball back? Yeah, the snack tacos. Dude, hell yeah, bro. I almost, dude, I would do 50 of those just to, like, fucking, I don't know, put them in the fridge or something. They travel well. You got an ocarina too? Food. He's like, "What's up to Adrian?" It's like a poster. It just says food. Eat it. What up, Deadshot? You've returned. Check out the boat I 3D printed off that Bamboo Labs 3D printer. It's like, all right. Dropping it. Dropping things. I'm dropping it. Dropping things. Dropping. Good to see you, Adrian. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day. Deadshot, you had a good day. I hope you had a good day. You got some tin whistles. Tired, want to get some sleep. You saw the short on the 3D printer? Yeah, dude, I've got to find stuff to print, essentially. We went on like friggin' Savvy was talking about some sort of like space chain mail or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. How fast can you even bench? How fast can you even benchy, bro? What does that mean? Isn't this a benchy boat or something? Isn't that what this is called? I mean, this thing takes no time. It's like, what is it, like 15 minutes or whatever? Like 20 minutes? That took about an hour. You see, that's much larger, but it's also like completely hollow for the most part. And there's a little warble on this. Like I gotta, like, I know that I can adjust the designs so that I can switch it back and forth on certain programs. I gotta learn this shit, y'all. I just gotta learn something new. That's how we stay young, and you know, that's how we stay young. Man, I'm looking at this hamburger and I'm like, that does not make me hungry. Dude, the Big Mac is such a gimmicky burger. Like, come on, man. Hey, let's make a burger with 3 buns. Why use more words when less do? Or when less work, you know? When less work, good. The Big Mac used to be something, and now it's just a Little Mac. And he is fighting King Hippo. Like, straight up, bro. For real. I would say that the double cheeseburger is fine, but man, I don't even eat those things anymore. Like these guys, I can't even, like, I go to Burger King if I want. At least the Burger King still tastes like what the guy it tastes like when I was a kid, right? Hamburgers and chicken. Chicken and hamburgers. Chicken and hamburgers. Navy beans. Navy beans. That's a Happy Meal. You know, and I've said that one's basically a direct rip of the original, so how can you screw up something you're ripping off something good in old school? When I was a kiddo, Jack. Oh, when I was a kiddo, Jack. When I was a kiddo, Jack. You understand, Jack? All right. When I was a kiddo, Jack, I used to have a basket of all the McDonald's toys in the bathtub, and I'd play with them, and then I showered. Had some in Back to the Future cartoon toys, die-cast Tailspin ones. Yeah, I've got a couple of those Tailspin ones. I got a big box of them. Like, I gotta set up a spot to go through all the toys. And essentially, I think what I'll do is I'll probably start listing them for auction. Some of them I don't want, some of them I don't need. Honestly, one day I'm gonna die, and then someone's gonna have to fucking deal with that shit, right? So, like, I'd rather just deal with it now. Keep the good stuff, makes that easier to sell. You know, hey, all I have is good stuff up there now, you know, like, don't worry about where you're gonna get rid of all the friggin', like, 800 friggin' Wii games that mean nothing to me. Happy Meals used to have hood toys. You know, like, that's the thing. They used to have, like amazing toys in some instances, like those die-cast ones. They were like real toys, you know. But I remember it was like Fraggles or something. Where the racers. No, it was Tiny Toons, where you could flip the racer over and it would pop up a different character on either side of the of the car. I think it was Tiny Toon Adventures. Had some good VHS. Yeah. Well, I remember. See, I remember getting like VHS from Burger King more than I get it from. Than I remember from like McDonald's. So I remember getting like I think it was Burger King. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles VHS up there. One episode on each. You know, like it's pretty cool. Hook Toy had Rufio on the raft. Yeah, yeah. I think I might even have had that too. I really liked that movie when it came out. No one seemed to be cool with it or whatever. So yeah, BK had the Simpson dolls. So and they had friggin' what is it, Pocket Bike Racer and fucking Sneak King for the Xbox. I remember that. I mean, Burger King didn't have like the dope toys though. Like they had like cool stuff, but McDonald's always had like some sort of really dope ones, right? Yeah, TMNT VHS cartoons. So you go up there and it'd be like $1.99 or something for the VHS, and you could like you with the purchase of a meal. And then they had like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, I think too at the time, like little figurines in there, or something of that sort. It's been a long time. It might have been that they didn't have. Might have been that they didn't have Ninja Turtle toys. So they were doing the cassettes instead, the VHS cassettes. So I've been getting compliments on these all day. By the way, there's the shoe I've been wearing. And yes, if you're wondering, that is a Realtree Nike Air Force One. It's from a few years ago. Actually, there's an episode of retail runs on Oak City Gamers. And that's the day I found these. I saw them in the store that day. And I was like, yeah, do you have them in my size? And she was like, let me check. She was like, no, but we can order them right now and send them to your house. I was like, so I could just go on the internet when I get home in the comfort of my own home and like, you know, do that myself. And she said, yeah, I guess you could. I was like, okay, well, that sounds more appealing to me than having to sit here in a store while my friends are looking at shoes at a place where I can't buy a single friggin' pair. So, and why? It's because I wear a size 15. I just happen to be a gigantic friggin' person. Yeah, so it is what it is. But someone asked me today, I was like, where did I get them? I was like, I got them from Nike. They were like $120 or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, dude, if you're down south, right, like, you get, dude, Realtree is like kind of a thing, you know. Like, if you Realtree, you like bougie guy, right? Yeah, and the gum sole, yeah, dude, trust me when I said, like, I saw these, I was like, yeah. That's gonna look good on my feet. And they do, for whatever it's worth. They look great on my feet. But I don't usually buy Nikes. Usually I buy like DCs. But I've lost some weight, so I can actually deal with these a little bit better. It used to be a little too thin for my foot. Not wearing those. You know, I was just having fun tonight. You know, it's like, went to the pub, fucking hang out, had some French fries and shit. Fucking, you know, fucked around all night, playing with the stupid fucking, you know, machine, you know? Like, it's like Bamboo Lab friggin' $800 printer. Nice. It was like very pleasant surprise for me today. Completely unexpected as well, so. You know, that's my point. Like, if I see, like, because everyone's got, like, Panda Dunks or fucking, you know, this or that, right? Right? Like, those are the kind of Nikes I'm not that interested in. But, like, if you got a pair that's, like, just kind of off the wall, right? Like, so remember this one pair was, like, it was, like, the eBay pair. I always thought that was kind of a weird and wacky kind of shoe that I would put on my foot. The one that has all the eBay colors, like, they had to destroy or whatever. You know, like, and I'm apt if I really want something in a specific colorway, I'll just buy the knockoff. So the knockoff costs like $100, right? $120. They're in some cases is just as good, if not just like the exact same as the Nike. You know, it's like, trust me, I got a video coming at some point. about this stuff. Uh, I'm writing it right now. Okay. I probably got another maybe a few days to put it together. Then I got to start looking for stock footage and stuff. Uh, this one shoe by Adidas, the Biz Knights, Buse Knights. Okay, he's a skater. Okay, it's a real comfy skate shoe. Okay, but you can play soccer in them. That's nice. Okay. I got a buddy who's like old school soccer head. He only wears friggin' like Sambas. And when I say Sambas, I mean like he gets his Sambas. He's like this tall, right? So like here, he's like this tall to me. Okay, so he buys his Sambas in the children's section. He's like, I can't find shoes, right? What's up, Half Dead EDC? I hope you're doing well. Not much. I put together a 3D printer today. I 3D printed some stuff. Here's an ocarina. By the way, that's the signal for danger. If you guys are ever with me and hear it, I'm fucking around. It's not. It's not it. Happy birthday! Making the best of a Monday. Happy birthday, Half Dead EDC. Don't let your age become a bone-chillingly accurate measure of your own mortality. Just defy that shit. And live it and love it. Also, here's a boat. See the boat? I'm on a boat. I'm actually on this boat. I don't think I can fit on it. I'm on a boat. 32 years, not young and nice. Nice. Cheers to Mr. Half Dead EDC. He has come to the party, and now he gets a drink. Sip it if you have to, but I'm just going to gulp all of it, huh? Also, something interesting about this ocarina, it kind of reminds me of Ganon. Yeah? You see it? Like Ganon? I mean, you can see it, kind of the pig face, and it's like Ganon, right? Yeah, we started out with these little scrapers, and then essentially my boss ordered the machine, and he says, oh, the machine comes with filament. And I'm like, you bought a 4-spool reel, a 4-color 3D printer, and you got in and you said, let me open this up and do this by myself. And then after the second beer, because you know you shouldn't be drinking while you're at work, but you do it anyway. Everyone has a beer or two at the drink. It's fine. We get it. Sometimes you go to the pub, sometimes you get one out of the fridge. Okay? But like, he basically gets 2 beers in, he's like, fuck this shit. I'm calling fucking Eddie. And so like, I get the call, and he's like, hey man, you want to get overpaid to do some shit? I was like, I don't know. We'll discuss my payment at some other point. And I took $50 to put things together, and then he banked the rest of the money he was going to pay me, because I'd really like a new game system of some kind. And unfortunately, I don't think I can sway the idea that like no matter what system I buy, I'm gonna fucking hate a little bit. So it is what it is. Def, see it, hear it. Him laughing at me. Yeah. It used to be all about DVDs and E's. Dude, E's are fucking still like a nostalgia point for me, but like I think they got sold to one of these brands. I think like it's like the last pair of Fila I bought were the shittiest pair of shoes I'd ever owned. They looked like this, right? They had like the high top, right? And they looked like they were a thick gum sole, but you like these are solid, right? Okay. DCs are solid usually, okay? But this fucking pair of shoes was really light feeling, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, right? And then one day, I'm walking, I think about a week or two after I bought them, and like I catch my toe on something, I trip, and the entire freaking sole just rips off of it. And I'm just like, man, I'm not buying none of this shit no more. Like I was like, man, maybe I could fill the bottom with like foam and I could glue it back together. I was like, no, just throw this out. Go buy you a pair of DCs. Or Vans. Vans are fine too. Chuck Taylors are still. Honestly, dude, like there's a pair like those. I want some like low top Chuck Taylors with the padding, the deluxe versions. I like some of those and some of the high tops too. I haven't had a good pair of high tops those in years. I might have a pair of low tops upstairs somewhere. I don't know. I think my cousin painted a fucking fez on the side of one of them, and the Doctor Who logo on there for me. I think they were like 13s or 12s. I don't know if they fit right. So I think I wear a 14 or a 13 in those. I don't know. It's been a while. Like, and also like those big padded ones. You gotta size up a touch. I bet, right? I don't know. I definitely want to get a pair of Converse. But here's the thing that bugs me about Converse. Okay, you know who owns Converse? Nike. Nike, right? Look. The owl call worked. What's up, Owl? I 3D printed that today. I did not design it. It was built into the machine. You could just make these for days. Well, at about an hour a piece, but so I'm just saying. By the way, the way I get that, and then here's a boat owl. I will find a printable owl, and I will be an owl to print. It's all war. What? It's all war. It's all gray. What? It's all wet. It's what? It's war. War were declare. No, I didn't get the 3D printer. We got one at work. And I am now, I guess, the 3D printer person in charge of doing it now. Because I knew the most about anything up at work, at Proper Goods. I don't know if you can see that. Right here. At Proper Goods. Like I'm freelance. I do my stuff in the morning. And I'm trying to move away from this stuff, so I have a regular job again. Yeah, Proper Goods. Yeah. We're really branching out. Like the whole point is like, okay, like we have these people who bring in like 3D printed items, and they're like, what do you, this and that, and my boss is like, man, I want to do that. Like I want a piece of that, right? Yeah, at the weed store, yeah. And he's like, I want a little piece of that, some of that action, right? So he buys a $900 or $800 friggin' Bamboo Labs, like with the four filament thing, okay? He's, dude, like, literally bought this fucking 3D printer and did not buy a single roll of filament at all. I love the guy. He's the most irresponsibly responsible dude I know, and vice versa, responsibly irresponsible. And that's honestly why I'm there sometimes. I'm just fucking making sure that he doesn't forget shit, because he's always like just moving like I thought I had bad ADHD. That guy will fucking just, what? Squirrel. Fuck. Hey, beer. Yeah, nice. Now, let's smoke a joint, man. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, someone give Eddie $50 for today. Blah, blah, blah. And then I don't get the $50 till I have to fucking go back, realize he's gone home, tell him I got a buddy bringing out the PLA, print an M4. Like a whole one? Like an entire one? I don't know. It's only like about 10 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches of print space. So I'm not sure if we're going to get an entire M4. Well, that was a pretty interesting story I saw there on the internet about it. Anyone see Vince McMahon's friggin' car accident on the internet? Right? Like, and it's like, what do you do? My wife's gonna, oh man, this car goes back, yeah, too damn fast, too fucking fast. It's like, motherfucker, you drunk as a fucking mother, or you fucking having a stroke or some shit. Cheers! I thought it was kind of interesting, but it was also funny. Yeah, no, Rob. I literally said to him, I was like, uh, don't worry, I got a plan. You'll spend the next 3 days printing whatever you want. So like, I had to come home. So like, I go out, we print this, a bag clip, a bag clip, a clip, chip clip, or whatever. Another one of these, okay, and then WWF all day. uh, I like the old classics, man. That's what I buy if I buy the DVDs. I like the old ass ones. Fucking what are you talking about? Like Andre the Giant. You know, friggin' Eddie Guerrero. Did he pass? Shit. When did he pass? Was that years ago? um, no, but like, dude, I like Junkyard Dog. I like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, right? Like, I like, I remember when basically the fantasy was real and my brain just can't like let go of those days. So I'll go back and I'll watch these old fucking wrestling events and I'm like, it'll take me back to that time in like the early '80s or the mid '80s or whatever, or the early '90s, dude. If I see any Raw, like from the early '90s, any Stone Cold shit, any Rock shit, I was watching then too. But I was being like, I gotta be real, like it was like the slowly disillusioning me to the fact that it was like kind of just bullshit, you know, like. See, that's my point. I did, and then like around the early 2000s, like 2005, I just stopped watching. Just like fucking, I must have been 25 years old around that. Yeah, yeah, it was 25. Yeah, yeah, he died a while back. Yeah, I, well, I was about to say, so I don't remember it, but like I know someone who was there the night fucking Home Slice fell and like broke his back on the other ring with that flying stunt shit. That what was his name? You know what I'm saying? Like the best part of it is like when I was a kid, my suspension for disbelief was a lot easier to deal with for that. And then over the years, like I could do it for movies because I know they're fake. I just gotta like let go of that. But it's just something about wrestling at the time. And then they kept changing. What was it like? You remember WCW, right? You remember WCW? You remember when Sting went over to World Championship Wrestling? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I just started getting disillusioned with things. Like, who should you watch? And then like my friends were like, man, fuck it, this one's better than this, dude. I watch both. What's your problem? Like, I don't get that. Like, man, don't watch this movie. Watch this movie about cars and stuff. You know, I can watch both. You know, I got plenty of time. Actually, you're wasting it. You're telling me to fucking not waste my time on one thing. I can just waste my time however I please. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, remember who got? Someone got. I saw a short about like something I never realized that Home Slice got picked up and he got thrown and then he got hit into something, and he was like paralyzed feeling from it because he had like a severe shock, right? And then like he's like, dude, blah blah blah. If I'm paralyzed, this and that. He's like, yo, calm down. You're moving your right hand or whatever. You know, it's like, all right, cool. Like that was a pretty cool story. You know, there's cool stories like, uh, yeah. WCW was that was a time. You remember when Sting left and went to WCW or whatever? When he left to WCW, that's what it was, right? And he became like the crow-looking Sting a couple years after that. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Because he was like the fucking weird, bright face, like the chop top friggin' head shit at the time. Yeah, dude. See, and there's the other thing too. Is like everyone I knew growing up liked Hulk Hogan, right? But I was always a fucking like a Randy Savage or or Andre the Giant. I liked Andre the Giant when I was a kid, right? Uh, Even outside of the fact that like he was in that movie with Carrie Elways and Mandy Patinkin or whatever. Mandy Patinkin. And what is it called? It's called Princess Bride. Yeah. And Christopher Guest. Yeah, what a good movie. I don't know if I've ever recommended that one. I might have. It's an easy recommendation. Like honestly, I think the movie regs, like I've been moving towards a place where if I can find a copy of something that you guys probably can't find a copy of, it's probably worth you guys watching. If I remember it from a youth, uh, like the Night Flyer. I don't know if anyone's seen Miguel Ferrero. It's a Stephen King adaptation. Pretty good movie. But that one's totally out of print. So, um, let's see here. Let's see. Uh, what year is it? The Night Flyer. 1997. Miguel Ferrer, and it's got this guy in it who played like he was in a lot of TV. Michael Moss. He was in like a bunch of TV stuff. He was in a bunch of TV projects back in the day. Yeah, yeah. He was in Passenger 57 and RoboCop 3. That's what I remember him from. Aside from the Night Flyer, but it's a pretty cool concept. The problem I always noticed with Stephen King, it's more on this end that like he tends to write himself into a place, not into a corner, right? Okay, dude, that's an expensive DVD. It's not that he writes himself into a corner, right? It's just he gives himself too much space to have really big ideas, and then he never pays off on the explanation for it. But I think that's fine, actually. I think the more batshit crazy it sounds before you never get an explanation, the better. Did anyone watch that movie, the Exorcism Chronicles or whatever? Hey, 11 likes. Thanks for the likes, people. That was like I did not know what the fuck was going on the entire time, but I enjoyed that movie. I don't know why, mostly because I was like, what the fuck is going on? What? Yeah, no. In Nightflyer, he's supposed to be a vampire. The idea is like he flies a plane from airport to airport only at night, right? And yeah, it was like fucking. I think it was like filmed on in the same place as they did the Langoliers, which is out here in North Carolina. Um, yeah, it's a good movie. Mostly on the fact that Miguel Ferrer, that guy is one of my favorite actors. He's in Hot Shots. One of the Hot Shots he's in Hot Shots Part 2, and he's like the fucking one of the funniest characters because he just like goes all in on it. I love that. I love it when like people Leslie Nielsen the shit out of the part in a comedy. But yeah, like I said, this is what happens when people ask me stuff. I shoot the shit. Actually, I think the next time I do this is gonna be like Ed shoots the shit. I remember one time in my life, my dad got really pissed at me because I wasn't picking up the phone. And I showed back up. He's like, well, you could have picked up the phone and said, well, you were shooting the shit. I was like, well, I didn't think you really needed to give, well, we were worried sick about you. All right, cool. Well, if I was dead, then you would be sick about it or something. I don't know. Like, I realized, like, I should have picked up the phone. I should have been like, yeah, we were just playing around or whatever. You think you paid 20 for it? I'm still looking for it to come into the shop, the thrift shoppy. I've seen it in there once. I almost bought it. I should have. I really should have. It's an out of print DVD, and it's not really on any streaming stuff either. So, but like I said, like I like Miguel Ferrer as an actor. So, if he's in a Stephen King movie, you know, well, yeah, because they had like when it was like a big chunk of people, like they found a bunch of them in a box or something, and then they sold them off, and yeah, now they're gone. Like there's like, here's the thing about like a true acolyte. I follow a lot of things, right? I was following 3D printing shit before I got a 3D printer access to one today. Like I didn't buy that. He basically gave it to me. He's like, here, you fucking do this. And I'm like, fuck. Because because he knows that I have the bandwidth for this, right? He's like, dude, he said to me, he was like, do you think I'm an asshole? I was like, yeah. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, but you're like a cool asshole, like, not like an asshole like wants to prove something to people. You're just an asshole because you're like, you don't have the bandwidth to understand anything for more than 10 seconds. You might as well be a goldfish, right? You might as well be one of them discus fish up in the front of the store. And he's like, nah, that makes a lot of sense. He's like, man, you always got the right answers and shit. And I was like, that gets fucking burdensome over time. He's like, yeah, I bet it would. And I said, that's why I'm going to tell you right now, everything is made of elephants. Because I like to be wrong every once in a while. Everything is made of elephants. One. I learned to spell at symbol. Learning with one word. New words. What's up, Juan? I don't know. I'm trying out a new intro for you, Juan. Don't take yourself so seriously that life becomes such a burden that you never want to fucking just try. Just be fucking reverently fucking as good as you possibly can be. And when someone says you're an asshole, you'd be like, yeah, I see it. Mister, did you bring me ball when you came back? No, you didn't. Where's me ball? Actually, no, we're on, like 1,000 balls? You literally are reselling Acolyte balls. Like, can I have my baseball, I don't know, it could be a kickball, it could be a golf ball? Stranger things have happened. And so I just got, here's something interesting. I did just finish watching the end of Stranger Things. And I wonder if it was a personal choice or if it was like an aesthetic choice to make the doo-doo dumpster farty like diarrhea ending of that show the same color in every scene as the doo-doo dumpster fire bullshit farty fart, knackery bullshit fucking stinking bullshit. No, it was bullshit. Dude, Jack, here's something I gotta say it, okay? Game of Thrones. Now it's Stranger Things. Right? What's another one that's fucking meh? It's just gotten like, ugh, by the end of it. Exactly. This is my point. I'm fucking tired of this. Right? This is why I offer to people, like, go watch Cowboy Bebop. You're never gonna watch it again the same way you're watching it if you've never seen it. Go watch anything I recommend. You're never gonna like watch it the same way again. But you have this one time. Remember it. Yeah, dude. For a show that was so colorful and so contrasty, right, and so dark, right, but it literally looks like the color of diarrhea in every scene. I was sitting there, I was watching it with a friend of mine, okay, who's really into the show, and she's like, like, oh man, this is really cool. I was like, it just looks like diarrhea on the screen. It's like, plop, there's like plop, 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 and then like Vecna's all like, or whatever, like the Demogorg's, right, and it's like Home Slice's Mike, and it's like, oh, another shit one in the toilet, and she couldn't stop laughing. I just started like fucking making shit jokes the entire time, and she's like, all right, you gotta go. I'm just gonna watch this without you. You like the one music with the fart ending. It was a perfect segue to what I was talking about, which is the end of Stranger Things, which is a doo-doo dumpster friggin' fire, doo-doo dumpster juice leaking out the corners, and we're all mice, like, sniffing it up. It's fucked up. Game of Thrones did that shit to us. It's like, oh, expect the unexpected. No, I think I'm just gonna expect a shitty ending. I think someone said it was How I Met Your Mother did that, and I was like, no, that one actually tracks. It's like Home Slice pined after this chick. He got what he wanted. Home Slice's girl died, and he's like, what the fuck do I do now? It's a bittersweet, it's a fucked up ending. People didn't like it because it wasn't a happy ending, right? It was like the same shit again. It's essentially the story of how I fell in love with Robin. But they're not going to call that show How I Fell in Love with Robin. No, the new Game of Thrones is really good, so I'm not gonna give them enough shit to fucking. But dude, they have every chance to make that a good show. They should plot it and plan it and write it all right now. You know, guilds be damned, right? As much as dude, I want writers to get paid, okay? Like, you got, dude, just do it all now. Put it in the books. Then we don't get fucked over when there's a strike, okay? Because not only does the strike fuck us over, it destroys TV shows like Heroes. Remember that show? Save the Cheerleader. I had the only Save the Cheerleader, Save the World fucking shirt in Raleigh, right? Dude, I think Robin is one of the better characters on that show, right? I also think, like, everyone focuses on Barney, but I think Marshall is the best character in the show. Mister, don't waste your time, man. Actually, I think there's a truncated watch of it that you can watch on YouTube. It's like someone cuts cuts the 114 hours of bullshit out of Game of Thrones or whatever. It's actually pretty good, and it's definitely replacing the original product. So, watch it at your own peril. But no, Robin was probably the best character in that show. Aside from she was like Barney, but she wasn't. She was like Ted, but she wasn't like Ted. Right? I think Marshall was the best character, though. I think, not only is Marshall kind of a little bit like me in many ways, because I do that shit where I'll sing a little song or something. You know, it's like Rob, 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 yeah. 83-63. You know, like. See what I'm saying? Like, I always do shit like that because, like, I have what I would call, like, the ultimate 1980s baby media brain. That, like, when I was a kid, I used to be like, Bossa Nova, Chevy Nova. You know, I used to have, like, all the fucking, like, in the early 2000s, when someone would walk up to me and be like, "Hi," I'd be like, "A little bit from yesterday, Kenny got out of jail." If you knew what that quote was, you were cool with me. Just how it goes. Hi. Well, a little bit from yesterday, and Kenny just got out of jail. Fucking Dave Chappelle in Half Baked. Hi, are you? Is the actual line. He says hi, she says, are you? He says, well, a little bit from yesterday, Kenny just got out of jail. But I just truncate it and I just say the line as he says it. So, and if you get it, you get it. And I literally used that today with Savvy, I think, and I was like, he's like, hey. Or, no, he didn't say hey. I was like, oh, man, comes out. I'm on the phone in the truck. I'm pulling up to work. And I'm like, and and he goes, I walk in and he goes, hi. And I said, yeah, a little bit from yesterday, Kenny got out of jail. Does anyone got something to smoke? And so I fucking picked up one of these shitty pens that we're testing at the store. And I'm sitting there and I'm coughing on it. He's like, what the fuck are you smoking? And he's like, I was like, I don't know, it was one of these pens over there, right? He's like, dude, you got the wrong thing, right? So he goes and he zeroes out one of these. So that's my weed pen right now. Sorry, I hit the wrong thing and sent the fish. No, I like the fish. I always send the fish, Rob. Don't not, dude. Send the fish. The fish needs to live more. The fish never gets out and chat. Okay. Half Baked is good, but it's a double-edged sword. The message of the movie, okay, is that I don't like it because it's illegal, right? And that was always someone's like excuse to not be friends with me or some shit. So like, now that it's legal, it's so like, honestly, here's the one thing I've learned about fucking working at a weed shop. Okay? Everyone goes to it. Okay? your mom, your grandma. Uh, we had a dapper gentleman with an amazing fucking coat. I wanted, dude. How High is arguably the better movie, and inarguably the better movie. It's also a fun movie, right? It's like it's kind of like odd. It's hallucinogenic. It's like wacky. It's a bit of a parody of like Getting High movies. Like I also think there's the one character in that movie, right? Who? Yeah, I'm from Jamaica, man. What is it? Nah, man, I'm from Jamaica, right near the beach, boy. Jesus Christ, y'all. Jesus, God help me. Why? Why? Of course, me from Jamaica. Can't you tell from the accent? Right near the beach. It's like abracadabra, yo, abracadabra. Yeah, yeah, abracadabra. That's the funny part of that movie. Pothead, 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 pothead. Even the dog, pothead. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Freak out, man. But I'm saying, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Which is weird because, like, in hindsight, right? I recognize that Jim Brewer, right? Jim Brewer says he's never gotten stoned in his life. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me. The owl doesn't like movies. He likes TV though. Uh, it's not the heats, that's the humidity that no. That's actually here, Jack. In the summer, the heat is screwed because you're basically swimming in like 80% humidity, anywhere between 30 to 80%. Anything over 40% really feels like. What do you watch then? You watch YouTube. So you never watched any movie I've recommended. You never watched John Wick. You don't like John Wick, Al. You don't think John Wick yet? Okay, so here's the thing about movies and TV. Okay, movies are good if you give them a chance. I've watched plenty of good movies. I've watched plenty of good TV shows. I've watched a lot of shitty ones. Like Tequila and Benetti. It's a shitty TV show, but it's fucking worth it. Go watch that fucking show. Dude, Tequila and Benetti has to be. Okay, it's the fever dream show from when I was a kid. I didn't think actually existed, but it turns out it does exist. It's about a guy who's a cop. His name's Benetti, right? And Tequila is his partner, and Tequila is a dog, right? And Tequila talks to the audience, but like it's not. It's a little ambiguous whether or not people in the show can actually understand what he says, or if they're kind of getting right, kind of getting like, gotta understand where Killer came from. No, dude. Okay, okay. First off, no, dude, where Killer came from. Yeah, I get it. Also, that you know, Killer is probably the one with the most actual character development in the whole movie. You know, showed. Think about that one. Killer has the most character development in the movie, the most positive one, in my opinion. Because I think Dave quitting for a girl is kind of a dumb idea. No, it's Killer. Anyway, but yeah, if you get a chance, I think it's all here on YouTube. Tequila and Benetti. If not that version or the original show, you could actually just watch. I think the Cinema Snob, which is one of my favorite guys, is Brad something or other. Stoned Gremlin Productions, and yeah, Cinema Snob. He's got a lot of great movies that I've loved growing up. So, like, if you don't like that guy, you don't have to watch him. But I like some of his videos. I don't like everything that everyone does. You know, I do know that like he started out with like a bit of a reputation, and most of those dudes who were over at Channel Awesome have a bit of a reputation. So I still watch what's his name, Nostalgia Critic. Welcome to Movie Phone, the movie, the movie times for, you know, for February 14th, 1998. Holy crap, Movie Phone. You just call up the movie theater and be like, the times for playing are this for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's like, dude, oh shit, yeah, dude, trailers on Movie Phone? Holy crap. Why don't you just tell me the movie you want to see? Why don't you just tell me the movie you'd like to see? Oh shit. Y'all turn on the memories, man. It's fun. This is why I do it too. Like you guys, I don't know how you guys remember this, but how I remember it too, right? If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press one now. Tell me what movie you'd like to see. And then you'd say like Matrix, and it'd be like, did you say like Matt Ricks or something like some? Did you say Mad Love or something? No, I said Matrix. Cheers, y'all. So when I printed this, okay, I did the time lapse option, so I should have a time lapse of the first actual full spool print that I did for work, and it's this. Now I know that Savvy is a bit of a rank sentimentalist, and he kept that chip clip, but I think he'll want this when I'm done talking about it tonight. So I'm going to take that back, and I'm going to keep the ocarina because it's gross to give this to someone else after I've. Wait, yeah. Okay. What? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, like whatchamacallit, klaxon or whatever. What print you got? I didn't get the printer. We got it at work, okay? And when I say work, it's the weed store. And it's a Bamboo Lab A1 with the 4 spool attachment thing, okay? And how did I learn your native language? No, it's this, and it's that's how I called you here tonight, Al. Careful with that stuff. You already can't spell and stuff out. No, I actually did that earlier. I was like, let's see if I can get the owl out. And I was like. Did you watch that new kind of surfer movie with Nick Cage? No, I haven't. Dude, the one I'm waiting for with Nick Cage is Madden, dude. Here's something about me. Few people don't understand. I'm not a big fan of sports, okay? But I'm a huge fan of sports movies. I think sports movies, they're pretty good. They're the same kind of movie as musical figures, right? Like walk the line and shit, or Dewey Cox. Wrong kid died. Wrong kid died. Great fucking movie. That's a good fucking movie. Al. Okay, Al. I'm gonna redeem your thought in how much you hate movies. Go watch Dewey Cox. Right? It's called Walk Hard: The Story of Dewey Cox. That has to be probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Dude, that movie kills it, right? It's like, it's like, Dewey, I want a divorce. You better walk, and you better do it hard. He's like, walk hard, walk hard, and she's like, don't you write a hit song right now, Dewey? I just love that fucking movie. It's the cheapest drug there is. Yeah, dude, like, no, Dewey, you don't want no part of this. Well, it sounds like it's going to be like, it's not a Johnny Cash parody. It's a parody of every single, like, of every single, like, Elvis movie, of Johnny Cash's movie, of, like, Jerry Lee Lewis's movie, Great Balls of Fire with what's his name? Uh, Dennis Quaid. By the way, yeah, yeah. Remember that guy. Jeez Louise. The only movie I really like with Dennis, I actually do like 2 or 3 movies with Dennis Quaid. One of them is Inner Space with Martin Short, and it's got Robert Picardo in there too. I like that. And then the other one I like is Frequency. That one is a really good movie. Frequency is the one where like Jim Caviezel, Jesus, the guy who played Jesus, is the guy who's like talking on his dad's old radio or whatever, and like his dad like blah 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 is like a murderer. Guy gets like like kills his mom or some shit. It's crazy, dude. You grew up watching that Selena movie. Hey Jack, that's not a bad movie, but like I gotta say, like a lot of that is a bit too much, right? You got a radio. We discovered franchises we didn't know existed. Look, my point. Okay, hold on. My point about parodies is like the best parody I've seen in years. It has to be that new Naked Gun with what's his name? Fucking I'm a man of I'm a man of many talents. I will find you and I will kill you. What's his name? Liam Neeson. Right. By the way, if you'd like to go back in the rabbit hole on the Liam Neeson track, the first time I ever saw him in a movie was in this movie called High Spirits with Steve Guttenberg and Beverly D'Angelo and Peter O'Toole, I believe. And and he plays a ghost of an Irish, like an Irish killer who killed, what's her name, Daryl Hannah. And Steve Guttenberg falls in love with Daryl Hannah as a ghost. It sounds crazy, but it's, I like to listen to baseball. I don't listen to radio no more. So. The good old days of movie theaters and just about gone now. Shake my head. You sound like an old ass man there, Rob. I grew up with some great baseball radio callers. Hey, Cocoon gives you nightmares. That makes a lot of sense. Wait, which movie was the Goot? It's High Spirits. It's an early one. Like she asks him to read poetry, and he's like, "I like a big-eyed girl. You make me act so funny, make me spend my money, make me feel real loose like a long-necked goose. Oh, baby, that's what I like." And I was like, "It's the fucking Big Bopper, fucking Big Bopper." Yeah, you're right, Rob. After thinking about that, cheers. Batteries not included. Is that Dan Aykroyd and no? Batteries not included. No, that. Hold on. I need a laptop, y'all. Yeah. Oh damn. No. Okay. Yes. No. Jessica Tandy. I want candy. Bubblegum and taffy. Got my Penny Say So, she my Jessica Tandy. I want candy. Not just any kind of dude. uh, I've never eaten cornstarch on streams unless it was in like gravy or something. No, it's the tiny flying saucers in the building. Yeah. No, with the old people, yeah. Yeah, no, I remember it now. I can't remember the name of the other one with Dan Aykroyd and Kim Basinger. Basinger. Beisinger. Uh, no, like I gotta watch that again, Jack. That's a good one. I remember that one fondly as a kid. I can't pull all of it out of my brain right at the moment. So, uh, you don't agree with that? Or would agree with what? I love '90s movies too. I love today's movies. I like movies in general. Showed, dude. Actually, I think if there's anything I've showed on the channel is that I happen to be a bit of a cinema buff. The graboids broke the damn rec room. I don't agree with eating cornstarch. I don't agree with eating cornstarch. Why do people eat cornstarch at all? Because it's starch. Actually, the number one ingredient in starch is cornstarch. You get your clothes starched. Have you ever had starched jeans? Yeah, it's cornstarch. Um, why do people buy cornstarch? Because there's a giant corn lobby in this country, and they're like, make fuel out of it, and like sell popcorn or whatever. Right? Make tortilla chips. But like people eat straight cornstarch. Dude, Jack, I don't. I follow a lot of things in my life, but I have still not experienced someone eating cornstarch, right? Like straight up. But if there was someone doing that, I'd be like, why? Also, I would also say, why? What, dude? You know, that's not gonna serve no purpose. It's like eating a teaspoon of cinnamon or whatever, or like whatever. Remember that shit, right? It was like cinnamon challenge. Everyone's doing the challenge. Yeah, challenging each other to the ice bucket. At least the ice bucket was for ALS, but I gotta be real. I think I could just give people money. Like, I could just donate to the charity for fucking ALS and not put ice on. Like, I'd rather put my money where my mouth is than ice where my money should go. Wow, that is it. That, now that I look at it, looks like I've actually been snorting some cornstarch, which is why this is how I get going for the stream. I snort some cornstarch, I'm like, yeah, cornstarch. And then I'm like, and then I come back and I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm the guy on stream. No, that's not how it works, okay? Chicken piazza, hamburgers, hamster, good key food. Ah, 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 ah. It's a good little song, Rob. You should write that one down. You should write that down. Where? In your dream journal. I have a dream journal. What? Like, I see, like, Al, you don't have to. Okay. I literally told people the other night, Rob, you remember the other night where I was like, yeah, I just gave up on like new ideas for shit when I heard about ovipositing. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with the world, y'all. I just like, I'm gonna refrain from existing in it. I'm just gonna kind of retreat to this fortress of solitude, and every night I'm just gonna be like, the fuck is cornstarch ASMR? Man, I don't know. Yeah, like send it, go ahead, but I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. Maybe I'll look at it here on the stream just to get you guys a full react. But like, back in the day, see if I can get a blinker. Doesn't blink. Anyway, back in the day, you took the cornstarch and you grabbed a whole handful of it, and then you went to your dad Phil's bed and you threw it on him or whatever on camera, right? No, it's not showed. It's weed. It's, trust me when I tell you, this is the better of the ones that we have. Also, that's how you can tell. Because I didn't really want to cough after that. And you also know I smoke weed, right? Here's what I hate about ASMR. It's like the person's like that shit fucking kills me. But if it's like me and I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm gonna play some bongos for y'all and I'm gonna sing y'all those songs. And they're like, it's a nice day out, isn't it? It's like Matthew McConaughey, like, you know, playing bongos and shit. That's fine. I get that. Like, kind of deal. Like, you know, something like sweet and like cute or like funny or just kind of like enjoyable for at least 5 seconds. Something that puts you a smile on your face. Or some people who seriously just want to listen to me play bongos for 4 hours. I think I got that for you. Also, I sound like I'm flipping a knife open, but I'm actually flipping open a file. Yeah, I'm worried. I've got stringy nails, and my nails have been breaking a lot lately. I think I might have cancer. I told my doctor that on the next checkup we should do some blood tests and shit, so I'm saving up for it. By the way, he thought I had pancreatic or lung or something at one point, and I was like, no, not those. It's that one that every male gets. The other one, pancreatic. Yeah. Diddy Kong Racing. I hate ASMR. So it's not about that, right? It's about like there's people out there who just live in like the loud life, right? And Jack, what? It's not smoking. That's vaping. That's literally not smoking. It's different, right? Like I've had 4 cigarettes. Like I have all every day, man. I'm trying not. Francis. Oh, Francis. Francis. Okay. Sorry. Francis. I'm just talking about smoking. I smoke weed. That's not going to stop. I literally sell it at where I go. Oh, shit. Here it is. Okay, let's look at it. It's crunching. It's crunching. Is she chewing it? Is that what's going on? Like, is that the noise I'm hearing? Like, what? Yeah, just put a dislike on that one. TikTok starchy. Y'all. Jack, I think you just saw the reason I smoke. I think you just saw it. Okay? But if I quit smoking, then I have to eat the weed. Okay? Just let me vape a little bit. I don't want to die, but like, I'd rather vape than fucking smoke. Because burning stuff is not always the best thing for me. Right? No, I've expressed the idea that I want to quit smoking cigs. Right? I want to quit smoking my cigs. Right? Here's an empty pack of them. I buy the cheapest ones possible because I don't like them. I don't like to smoke them, but I am from the 1980s. They got me hooked in a restaurant when I was 6 years old. Do you understand this? I also don't have the money to get a prescription solution or whatever fucking people do for this. They addicted me in a Wendy's 10 feet in the non-smoking section away from the smoking section. Because that was the stupidest idea ever. But money and power, well, has lasting effects on people's lives. I'd like to give them up. Showed. No, it's not worse to half quit. It's actually just enough for me to get by. Because I'm not half quit. I smoke only what I need to survive. You know? Like Lone Star saying, Take with us only what you need to survive. And then halfway through the trip, you find my big case that you've been dragging along with you is full of cartons of cigarettes. It's honestly like Malcolm in the Middle, the Dewey smoking episode. It really does kind of feel like my life a little bit. So, no, and show, like, here's the thing. Like, I can't not smoke pot. Like, I work at the place. Dude, we're going to smoke it out there. I know that I can just, like, cut back on what I smoke with my friends, right? They smoke ultralight cigarettes up there, right? Dude, the kids can't smoke my fucking cigs. I smoke, like, red cigarettes, right? They might as well kill you. They're red. And that's my 2 for tomorrow in the morning that I carry around and I worry about until I get home. And then tomorrow, about half day, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to fill 4 other packs with every day of the week 4 cigarettes. Because recognizing that I don't like coughing when I smoke my shit. It's this is the reason. But also I'm going to tell you, the reason I smoke these fucking things is because every day of my life, someone around me was doing it. And when I found out that it was some sort of weird self-medicating thing that I can't just... Dude, I have a myriad of issues, okay? I have a myriad of issues, okay? I'm not going to explain everything to you, but like ADHD, like near autistic stuff is part of it. An addictive personality, yeah, I'll admit that, yeah. Right? I'll admit the addictive personality. It's like this. One day, you guys will like wake up and I will just be like here, right? And I won't smoke all day. And I'll be like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like the most high-strung person and be like, dude, calm down. You're going to have a fucking aneurysm over here. You're like, dude, smoke something, please. Like, because like, when I'm like out there and I'm fucking sober, like, I'm going to tell everyone the truth. I'm not going to lie. When someone says this and that, I'm like, well, you know, this is why I'm bad at this stuff. My dad said to me once, he was like, you know, you're a little too blunt with the customers sometimes. I was like, yeah, but the people who want me to sugarcoat shit aren't the fucking people I want to fix things for. And Dad kind of understood. He was like, I get it, because you don't want to deal with people who are like, you know, like, can I wait? No, you need to fix it now. I'm going to fix it for the smallest possible price possible. I've done my good due diligence and penance for whatever the fuck my previous life was on. You know, it's like, I've helped many people in my life. All I'm saying is right now, I just need to stop thinking about how much I've helped people, and I need to apply that factor to my own life, right? Which is why I'm here now, and which is why people got a live highlight for a video and a 3D printer video, because I was more involved in this than I have been into YouTube for a while. Although I'm involved every day, I make sure that the people out there who believe in me, who kind of look forward to the things that I do, even though they last so short a time, you know, 15 seconds, maybe 30. Occasionally I'll put 3 out. 30 seconds of my life out of my day is seemingly more interesting to people than AI fucking recreations or, you know, people who want to tell you how to live your life when I'm telling you just go live it. When people say, you know, 3D printing is bad or no, this is good. This is crazy good. I can make this better. You see, I've seen better prints than this, especially this specific boat off of Bamboo Lab, and I've seen what the Bamboo Lab can do with the right program. I've talked to one of my best friends today, Randall. Shout out to Randall. I also talked to 2 of my best friends today. 3. Here we go. Savvy, Randall, and Joel. Dude, Joel's one of my best friends. Chad is too. I just never talked to him. He's a bit of an enigma. That guy he's some fucking special shit, y'all. Like, I wish I could explain the Tao of Chad to everybody. So, and maybe, okay, let me roll back. Hold on. Sorry, I got into a little of a diatribe there. I'm also past my due date on the stream. We smoke American spirits at the store, okay? I just know that, like, this is like, by the way, this is an RJ Reynolds. It may as well be a Camel, but they're made in Mexico. Now, they can't say they're Camels on here when they make them in Mexico, right? God, I want one, but I'm not having it. I'm not going to have it, okay? I finally quit weeds, you said. Okay, dude, hey, you're the one who grows mushrooms. Like, I don't know why it's, okay, I don't know. Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's a psyop. No, like, okay, Al, I've been smoking weed all day. Do you think I'm worked up or if I'm pacified? It's a good question, isn't it? Showed saying that's true, but I still like herb. I like herb too. Maybe not because like I go deep in my thoughts when I smoke. No, it's no like it's about no. It's like you kind of like take time to explore your thoughts in a way that is emotionally relevant to your situation without having to sit there and explain it to people and like bear a vulnerable side, which is what I think people are kind of getting at, right? Want to grow some seeds from an old '90s strain. I'm gonna seed these plants though. Hey, dude, do it. Bring that old shit back and make sure you clone it the fuck out of it. I write and read more when I smoke. You should write more than read any day. Read, Behold a Pale Horse, and the man who sat on him was death, and hell followed with him. Noted. Noted. Well, so hold on. It's not just a psychedelic, okay? Okay. Here's the way I try to explain it to people. When you were a child, you had an incredible muscle called your imagination, okay? Now, if you were born without it, which does happen, okay, you're born without the capacity to see things bigger than yourself and to understand that maybe you're small and maybe that you should learn something from the bigger things in life. Now, there are some people out there, they're called rich kids or Elon. Anyway, Ray Bradbury's got some great stuff. Dude, Orson Scott Card is a good one. Michael Crichton has some good books. Andromeda Strain's a great book. I don't know if I'd recommend Jurassic Park. I think the movies are actually a touch better in some ways. But Alvin Toffler is a good one. There's a lot of good, like 70s, 80s authors out there who kind of a miss of history. Some of them did get recognized. Like Alvin Toffler certainly got recognized, although he was like, I don't want that, I don't need this, I'm just saying there's a lot of really amazing like shit out there. I think like when I say shit, I mean it runs the gamut of the best shit to the worst shit. Make sense? Anyway, cheers. Remember, we are trying to get Rob 8363 to 1,000 subs. Please go check his channel out if you like guns, knives, and cool shit that look like guns and or knives. Chairs, apparently, is what I say. I don't say cheers, cheers. I say chairs, apparently. Stools. Not skull. Stools. Now let's see if I can make it. Touchdown! Woo woo woo! Oh, I think I just shot my pants a little. No, I'm good. No, we're good. I'm not gonna smell them. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Recliners. Recliners! Not smoking. Anyway. I've been on for more than an hour. I think I've did my due diligence. I should probably go and record a couple videos so while I'm nerding out on fucking stupid 3D printing shit tomorrow and not making it to a stream, Yeah, I showed the recliner that I want from Lazy Boy is the Aster model. It's about like it's like $400, 350 or something. It's the Aster model. It's for people with long legs and tall backs. Because when I sit into a recliner, my like here's the top of the recliner, here's my head, like, and so I'm like this, like the whole time. No, I'm not doing that. Lazy Boys are incredible, but I'm just too tall for most of them. They're kind of built to us. Yeah, like that's literally like I just saw what I look like. Yeah, and I said, dude, I've seen one. Now, mom and dad, they're elderly. They both have what do you call them? Electric chairs or whatever, the kinds that they can kind of lean into as they're standing, like kind of sit down slightly and then press the button and right. And my mom has like the best freaking. She's got like a $1,200 recliner, and my dad's got like a $600 recliner, and there's a fucking difference, y'all. You're not you're not their demo for sure. Uh, well, they no, I am. They make a chair my size. It's the Aster. The Aster, yeah, like Astoria, like Astor, yeah, Astor, Astor. So they do cater to me. It's not like your bottom of the barrel 298, like 198 kind of, like sale price. There's never a sale price on an Aster. It's like when I tell people, I was like, I wear like 32s, but that's because like it's so freaking hard to find 32 34s, right? Like pants wise, it's so fucking hard. So I just run them like roll down a little bit, like yeah. Go and come back. I might not be back if you're leaving. I don't know. I'm saying like I was trying to wind everything down. It's 9 people, 11 likes. I don't know if I should go anywhere. But anyway, let's go back a little bit here. Yeah, where's Rob? He's here. Where's Jack? Check it to Jack. To Jack. I am a little drunk, I'll admit that. I am definitely a little drunk. No, actually, I'm a very large drunk. Not just a little guy who's drunk. Yeah. There's a vaudeville joke right there. You ever seen one? Howdy, partner. So here's something I did tonight while I was at work. Okay, apparently, was taking a shower. Oh man, I was in the shower with Jack. That's a little weird. It's a little weird. All right, so we have these walkie-talkies around the store, and I said, "Oh, Savvy, I need you, man." Right? And Savvy, like, "I'll be there, right?" And he's like, "Be there in a second, right?" And then he comes in through the door. He walks straight past me, and he goes, "Where's Boogie at?" Boogie was like, "I need you over the radio or whatever, right?" And I was like, "Boogie didn't call him. I called him, right?" And he walks back and he said, "Man, sorry, dude. I thought Boogie called me." I was like, "I called you," and he's like, "What?" I could have swore you sound like Boogie. And then so what I did is like, I spent all night like saying things as Boogie, like, yeah, this and that, bro. Like, yeah, like so he'll like basically he'll go on the radio because everyone has earpieces except for me, and he'll just do racist jokes. And so I was like, "This is Boogie. Something racist." That's all I did, and people just like laughing. Like all it was is like. And the reason why we had this big laugh on that one was Boogie is standing here at the front counter. We got like Sam and Griffin, or Sam and Tuesday, or no, not Sam and Tuesday. It was Tuesday, no, it was Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday, and there was a bunch of people in the store. But they were all up front. Boogie was in between, and I literally said it. I was like, yeah, this is Boogie, yeah, some racist, right? And then everyone up there just starts laughing, including Boogie, who's standing up there, earpiece in, fucking hears it. And I'm just like messing around, right? And at one point, Savvy's like, "Yeah, I'm taking the radio away from him." I was like, "You can't have this fucking radio back." Like, no. I was like, "Where's my earpiece, bitch?" He said like 3 months ago he'd give me a damn earpiece. Yeah, it's whatever. Look, I gotta say, like, working at a weed store is fun. It is. It's that's probably the most. It's probably the most fulfilling experience at a job I've ever had. It's like he hired me to be the janitor, essentially. That's my official job description before this 3D printer showed up. Janitor. I said I'm cool with that, right? No, Al, here's the thing. I told Savvy, I was like, dude, we need to get like we need to get like those the newfangled ones that have the little video screen on it, and you like pop it on, you're like, so you can see the face. And I was like, all I want to do is get pictures of Boogie saying things, and then I can put the picture of Boogie on front of the camera so that everyone thinks it's me saying something in Boogie's voice. Dude, by the way, he's on board with all of the jokes, dude. Like, he's like, dude, they only got to get worse and worse from here. And I was like, you know what? I'll fucking do it, right? Like, I was like, you got to help me write them, right? TV shop like a millionaire. The custodial arts, yes. I'm not quite to the level of Toxic Avenger, but I'm certainly Akeem from I'm certainly Akeem from coming to America, not coming to America, but coming to America. I'm that kind of level, right? Yeah, I could use the mop to beat up Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to beat up Samuel L. Jackson. Kind of really respect the fuck out of that guy, but whatever. Yes. Yes, hello. Akeem, right? And then what was friggin' the other guy? Arsenio Hall. He played Semi. Hey, send me 300,000. Send me $1 million. Right? A crazy fucking movie. I can tell you from my experience, female bathrooms are diabolical. Okay, I'd like to hear this one. Shud, tell me what you think about female bathrooms. By the way, I don't think they're that diabolical. I've been in a couple, but I actually had to clean some here and there. I will tell you that like men are dirty in one way, and women are just dirty in another way. Okay, like men are like, shit on the toilet seat, leave it there for someone else to clean up, like wipe everything off in a shame, like leave their underpants fucking stuffed into the back end of the toilet. But ladies are just like, tampon wrapped in a fucking toilet in the trash. But the ones I hate the most were the ladies who go in there, who change the baby's diaper and then throw it in the toilet. Fucking A. Fucking A. Falcon A. So like fucking diapers in a parking lot. I worked at a Guitar Center. Diapers in a parking lot. Fucking bloody tampons like on the edge of the ladies' fucking toilet seats. I'm just telling you right now. It's not about this. It's about gross humans are always going to be gross. Okay, it's fine, right? Yeah, the overstuffed toilet. Hey, dude, I used to work at a fucking. I used to work at a sit-down restaurant called Milton's, and in Wakefield, where there's like kind of a country element kind of coming up over there. I'm pretty sure. I wasn't the guy who found it, but I'm pretty sure in the ladies' room there was a fucking discarded fetus in the toilet that. Like the placenta clogged the toilet, an industrial toilet, and then the cops were called, and then they fucking crime scene this shit, and like, yeah, trust me when I tell you. Al, don't fucking get too hard up on things. You swallow things whole, and then barf up all the bones, and then barf up little bits for your children. I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds pretty disgusting too. Everything's disgusting. Only because they sit, but the pipes tell a different story. No, it's not. It's not about shit. It's not always about that. It's about like desperate humanity, right? That men frequently, I know from the fact that like everyone's pulling me away from what I'd like to do, and I could just like I don't know have my own time, and then fucking walk to the bathroom when I kind of start feeling like I might need to pee, then pee in peace, with no one bugging me, but everyone's fucking bugging me on the way to the bathroom. So I'm like, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, what's up, Dad? What? Can I get $10? I want $10. And I'm blowing up the bathroom, right? Owls smell pretty bad sometimes. I'm not gonna claim that I'm anything but a human. I'll tell you definitely, I can certainly be smelly after several hours of work. But there's another human in the world who will appreciate that smell more than any other human. And that's the human that you're going to be all like, what? And then occasionally you're going to realize that I've been a parrot my entire life. Hello, hello. What the hell's happening to me? Al, what did you do? I flew away. I flew away. Literally just fucking with people, okay? People aren't birds. Al, you're not a bird. Although, it's funny when I act like you are. Cheers. By the way, if anyone wants to know how this works, if you have one of these, you will probably get drunk off that much, but I will not. Al, you're right. Birds aren't real. They're part of the simulation, bro. They're part of your mom's freaking simulation. Your mom designed to make us all fucking eat eggs and shit. Where do eggs even come from? Eggs aren't even real, bro. I'm a big bird watcher. Yeah, no, birds aren't real. I'm a big fan of owls, even though I'm a smelly human. Birds aren't real. Yeah, we're all just like hanging out in trees, like. It's like, yeah, birds aren't real. It's just like people hanging out, like. well, it was. Anyway, look. I don't think that birds aren't real. I've seen plenty of. We have beautiful cardinals and bluish birds. We have like bluebirds, blue jays occasionally down here. We've got lots of good friggin' birds around here. Okay, we get hummingbirds all day, dude. They're thicker than mosquitoes some places around here. This is my point. Birds are very much so real. If they weren't, then why would I wear this hat? Kenya, from Jamaica. I'm a toucan. No, I know the theory. But no, I know the theory. I just telling you that the practice is probably not. Yeah. I am but a figment of the imagination. If you were, you'd be Figment, and you'd live in Disney World, or you'd live in Epcot Center. You also have like dragon wings and like a plush toy. You don't have those yet, Owl. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying that with righteous indignation. My goodness. Oh. Although, check this out. So when I was cleaning up for the deck, I found this Bic. It's pretty rusted out. What happens? I think it's out of fluid. But it still sparks. It actually did work at one point when I found it. Cut an open one, you can see the wires and circuit boards. Can't get down with the flat earth and birds aren't real, but I do suspect the weather conspiracy. No, my favorite conspiracy is the deep state. You know, that's been my favorite conspiracy this entire time. And yeah, turns out maybe not so much of maybe actually not a theory. Anyway, look, peeps. Here's a knife and some paintings, right? For real, Jack. Thanks for being here. We're gonna do top fans tonight. Number one is Showed 86. Man, Showed, you're all right. Don't worry, dude. Honestly, here's the thing. Doesn't matter if the flat is actually, or if the Earth is actually flat, right? I'd like for you to videotape when you get there, and then throw the phone to some homie who's about to go over so he can post it to YouTube. Number two is Jack Owsley. He is digging out. He's like, peace. He's like, ah, man, I can't hang out, bro. He's like, nut, bro. It's 12:05. Why don't you go to bed, bro? Thanks, Penguin Boy. Thanks, one-eyed penguin man, Jack Owsley. Speaking of birds, we've got Inconspicuous Owl number 3. Right, Showed NES games. Yep, he does. We've got number 4 at Rob. The Superman, Batman hybrid character that is yet to be created. It's called Rob Man. But right now he's just identifying purely as Batman. But one day he might show off his Superman shit underneath that Batman costume, and then we're just going to get Rob Man at one point. I think it's just like, give him his own shit. He's not Bruce Wayne, he's Rob. He's not fucking Clark Kent. He's not writing you a fucking story in the Daily Planet. He's giving you a gun to look at. Half Dead ADC is number 5. Another guy who's got a bunch of amazing freaking things that he shows off to people, and I just can't help the fact that I like it. He's also, dude, Half Dead EDC puts up some artsy, fartsy ass videos. It's okay. You gotta get, like, I do art. Look at this art. That's a red hand. See that? Red hand. That's like a scrapey, like, hand scraping down. This is like, it's like weird triangles with like eyeball flying off. Okay. Like, life is about like expressing yourself. Half Dead EDC does it with these like cool black and white videos, like cool stuff. Inspired me to do something. Mr. Numbers is number 5. Mr. Number 5 is alive. And Daydream Tools is number 7. I love you all. You're also pretty damn amazing on your own. So I look forward to seeing everyone out there shine. But I truly have had a big day. And everyone got a cop-out video or two for my videos today. I'm going to fix that tomorrow. And good night, everyone. Thanks for showing. Thanks for being here. You truly keep everything moving in my brain. Thanks. I thought I hit end. Damn it. Don't come